Okay.
So is that's the percent of the interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be, 3%. Or how, let's see,
So
so.
this is this calculation here is I just took 10% of this,
Mhm.
and then I times it by 2/3 or 8/12.
Okay, so that equals the interest
That's the interest from what period?
from May to December.
Through December,
Or
right?
through December, yeah.
Okay. So now what's our journal entry really quick? Have they paid us this yet?
No. Oh, so we don't add the interest on yet?
So they haven't paid it to us yet, but they
Uh-huh.
owe it to us.
They owe it to us. So it would be credit, or I'm sorry, let me think for a second. Interest, would that be a debit to, that'd be a credit. So I gotta think through this. For the interest accrued,
Interest accrued.
yeah.
So what is it when someone owes us money?
And someone, it's a receivable.
It's a receivable. In this case, this is interest, right?
Interest
They owe us
receivable.
interest. So are we gonna debit or credit interest receivable?
That's what I was trying to figure out in my head.
Receivables are,
They're not AEDs, or, yeah, they are, they're an asset.
yeah, it's the same as like an account receivable or note receivable,
Okay.
right?
So they'd be debited.
So we're gonna debit it for the 3. Okay.
And let's see, what would you credit? You wouldn't have to credit anything for that, would you?
Well, you have to, debits and credits always have to equal.
Okay.
So what have we earned? What is this? Have we earned this interest?
Yes,
Okay,
we haven't received it yet.
we haven't received it, so we have the
So
receivable.
interest earned would be credited for
Yeah, interest earned, or when we earn something, we call it just revenue, right?
revenue. Okay. Okay. And then, what else?
That's it for that day, right?
Yeah, from there to there, but then how do you,
Okay, let's go all the way to May 1st of the next year. We'll say this was 2011, May 1st of 2012, they pay us off with all the interest.
oh boy, they're getting fancy on this.
And we paid it. Paid note plus interest.
So first thing we would do is we would debit cash.
Okay, so we're gonna debit cash, how much though?
Ooh. Would we do 50,000 and then the interest? So I guess would we add the interest into the cash, like the total amount of interest? Okay, so we should figure out what that would be first then.
Okay, so how much do they owe us?
They-
In interest, let's calculate our interest first. So
Yeah.
50,000 times what?
0.1.
Times
12 divided by 12.
12 over 12.
Which is 1.
This one is just 1, but just get into the habit of doing it just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that? That's what,
5,000.
$5,000.
So $5,500 cash.
5,005.
Oh, I'm sorry, 55,000.
55. Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
No,
I get what you're saying.
I could see it in my head. I just.
Okay. So we have it $55,000 in cash.
And then we would credit 50,000 notes receivable.
So note receivable is a credit of 50.
And then interest received would be credited.
So the interest, credit interest receivable, sorry. Interest receivable, how much?
5,000.
Do we have a receivable of 5,000? No, our interest receivable is only,
3,000.
yeah, so we're only gonna do that one for 3,000. We're still off by, what is that?
22. Or no, I'm sorry.
1,667.
Yeah.
Where does that extra come from?
The interest revenue.
Yeah, it comes as interest revenue, right? It's from December through May, we've earned interest that wasn't here, right?
Okay.
So then we just do interest revenue.
We credit the interest revenue.
And when we add those up, they should equal 55.
Because that's the interest revenue. Okay, that makes
right,
sense.
because this is the interest just from this year.
Mm-hmm.
This was interest from last year that we earned.
And so.
So we already took care of that from last year.
And that interest revenue just got put into the cash. correct?
That there, all 5,000 of this interest is here.
Okay.
Oh, this interest is from 2012.
Mm-hmm.
This interest was in 2011.
Yeah, I guess what I'm asking is like, I think I get it, but pretty much when those kind of flipped or whatever, when that became the credit and that became the debit, that just was added into the cash, correct?
Yeah, so it's included in there.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
what
where the 5,000 comes from.
Okay.
Is that,
in that,
yeah, those two.
okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Cool.